Hey, if you're a buyer and you are looking to negotiate the seller to pay your closing costs, have you ever asked yourself, is there a limit on how much you can ask? Well, my name's Corey Lancaster with the Lancaster team of Exit Right Realty, bringing you another episode of Real Estate Talk. And the answer is yes. There is a limit on how much closing costs you can get from the seller when you're negotiating, all right? So let me give you an example. If your lender tells you that your closing cost is going to be $15,000, and if you negotiate with the seller that he's going to pay $18,000 in closing cost help, well, what is ultimately going to happen is you can only get, your lender's going to tell you, closing cost help up to the actual closing costs, all right? So if your closing cost ends up being $15,000, you're only going to be able to use $15,000 of that $18,000 closing cost help. The other $3,000, what happens to it? It goes back to the seller, okay? And that is what our contracts say when you write it up, okay? So you need to really be working with your lender and your realtor, such as myself, to make sure that you're not leaving money on the table, all right? So maybe there's other ways you can negotiate, not only get your closing costs paid, right? Because they're willing to give 18, right? You don't want that $3,000 to go to waste. Maybe you can apply that somewhere else, but you have to think about that when you write the offer, because by the time you get to settlement or close to settlement and your lender tells you, oh, you got too much, you got to give it back at that point. Listen, I hope you like this information you've been getting. You can go to my YouTube page, the Lancaster team of Exit Right Realty, to find out other information, other videos just like this that's helpful to my buyers and my sellers out there. So check out my YouTube page. Listen, if you like the information you've been getting or you want further information on this, just give me a call. If you want to sit down with me, have a one-on-one, I'm happy to do that. We service Maryland, DC, and Virginia, and my number is 240-988-3173.